Okay, so good morning, every one of you. Online students, good morning and good evening. So, am I clearly audible to everyone who has connected online? Okay, thank you for confirmation. Okay, we have 10 more minutes to start our session. Okay, meanwhile, if you have any doubts or any questions from yesterday's session, just we can go through that and I can just clarify or answer your questions or doubts. Can you please go ahead? Any doubts or any questions from yesterday's OOPS concepts? We discussed about OOPS concepts in that encapsulation and inheritance. Just two topics. Go ahead. That will come later. That's what I just mentioned. Only two topics of OOPS concepts. There are even other. I think I was mentioning there are even other. With that we will see in the future classes. Okay, everything will not discuss on the same day. So only encapsulation and inheritance concept I have explained you. Just that's a universal concept. Whatever I have explained yesterday was universal concept. Let's go ahead with a quick recap after a few minutes. But meanwhile, if you have any doubts, you can ask me. Everyone, do you have any doubts or any questions from the previous class or maybe before the previous classes? So all of you, are you going through this class running notes document regularly? So see, when you attend the session, once the class is over, if you go through all these things immediately, then you can gain better knowledge. If possible, I'm saying this, if possible, just take 15 minutes break. And if you immediately go through all these things, then understanding and getting these things retaining in your mind will be, it's like much better. Okay, compared to, like, let's say tomorrow you wake up and then do it. I mean, like people from USA and maybe people from India, if you look at it evening, then there will be a slight difference in that. But if possibility is there, this whatever the session class that is done today, you just go through that, okay, immediately after the class. Okay, because everything will be there in your mind, but you cannot remember. Okay, once you go through the revision, then definitely you'll be able to clearly understand that. Okay, I will give you tasks, daily tasks. I mean, like when we go through practical, I will give you daily tasks. I will also tell you a process how you can submit back those tasks to us. We will review every day and we will accordingly be connect with every one of you, and that will be handled by support team. Even I will also be available. Okay, you need to practically implement the task and you have to send us a recording of the task. How you will send the recording? You don't have to send the entire recording, but I will tell you the process how you can go with recording and all soon. Okay, you can just wait on that part. That I will tell you that process on Monday. I have been studying the, okay, I have a question that I have received here from someone. Let me take up this question. And can you give clarity about inheritance once, Madhu? Okay, Madhu, have you attended yesterday's session?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and another one, like, have you gone through the video once again?
Yes, sir, but I have some confusion.
Yeah, what is that? Are you clear about where you are getting confused?
ఇన్హెరిటెన్స్ అంటే క్లాసెస్ కి మధ్య అంటే ఒకసారి చెప్పండి సార్ అది కంప్లీట్ గా.
No, did you go through the session or not? Just genuinely tell me, did you watch the video once again or did you attended the session with full
I
focus.
attended, sir, but I am confused a little bit.
Where did you get confused? What is the confusion? Are you clear about where you are lagging? See, I took 1 hour session, right? I don't
Yes,
have
sir.
any problem in saying once again about inheritance and all. It's not that simply I told you inheritance is acquiring properties from parent class to child class. I did not teach this way. I have taken examples in the real world. Almost I spent around 30 to 35 minutes. At the end of the day, if you say, if you are not able to say what you are not sure about, I don't know how to react on this. Okay, maybe you get offended if I speak more, but no problem. Okay, I'll try to give it in a brief, no worries. Okay, at least do you know parent and child relationship?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If you know that, then inheritance is over. Father property can be accessed by child, but not vice versa. That's it, inheritance.
Okay, sir.
See, when you are learning technology, remember, you always have to correlate the technology with the real world. When you are unable to do that, that's where the problem comes into picture. You will not be able to learn it. Okay, so you are not clear about some topic means it is very simple. You are not visualizing, that. You are not able to visualize that. That's the problem. If I am going to tell you something, suppose if you are not able to visualize it, any scene, I am trying to explain you one scene in a movie, you're not able to visualize it. Will you be able to understand that? It's impossible, right? Your brain can take anything when it can see it. Without seeing it, will be a lot of confusion. Okay, just close your eyes. There is some sound coming. You cannot understand what is it. It can be any type of sound. Okay, only your ears always cannot do everything, right? You should have to always tell your brain about what you are grasping. You have to visualize the things. For the visualization, technology, how is, if it is a movie scene, it is easy to visualize. Technology, how do you visualize? You need to correlate the concept. That's what concept learning means. You have to correlate everything with your real world. Okay, anything. It can be family, it can be outside, any other system or anything. You are able to correlate, then you can understand it very well. As long as you are not utilizing your full capabilities, it will be highly difficult for a person to learn anything. Okay, so you have that potentiality to do anything, but only problem is we do not bring it out. Okay, we will just on a single glance, we feel like we have to understand it. That's the problem. You need to spend time. See, for two persons, if you take, both may not be able to understand, both may not be able to visualize the same thing in a same way. Both may have different visualizations, but as per your visualization, you will be able to understand it. Okay. See, if you spend a little bit of time on the video part, if you would have at least revised, you would have been able to understand the inheritance concept for sure. Okay. Okay. So here you go now. There is a question like, I have been studying the PEGA system market documentation. It states directed inheritance is inheritance between classes. We did not come to this point so far, right? So I have, when I share you documents of a topic, you have to go, you go through only up to what we have discussed. Remaining part, if you see something which is not discussed in the class, leave it. That means that will be covered tomorrow. Okay, for sure that will be covered tomorrow. This will be covered today. You just wait on this part. Okay. So I request all of you, please go through the sessions, especially this class running notes document and theory document. And another one is like, you just revise when you don't understand. Okay. Everything I am saying with my experience on. Okay. Each word that I am going to say here is with experience. I am not simply saying on the fly. I am not speaking anything here. Okay, because I have seen thousands of students so far, right? I've trained almost, what is your batch number? 6, 7. It used to be 15 days training. When I start, not even within 10 days, I used to teach PEGA, go there, get job. That's it, done. That's how the market was when I started. Almost it's been 15 years nearly, right? 10 days to 15 days between that has become 20 days, 25 days. What is the duration now? 3.5 months. And even more than that, when I add constellation part, constellation means I have to explain you all that, how constellation works and all. Okay, so it will become 4 months. We cannot extend it. Sometime later we have to remove some of the older things, and we have to even make it like 3 months, 3.5 months. It cannot be extended more than this. Okay, so that's how I have seen so many students, and I am, everything that I speak here is with my experience only. Okay, I've seen so many students. People, they want it quickly. That's the problem. Some students, they make phone call to me, I want to complete training in 30 days. Okay, I can sit for 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours a day, or maybe they'll tell 10 hours also. Some people, if you are 10 hours spending, you would have become an AS officer. You wouldn't have come to software engineering. If you are that capable, you would have cracked group exams or something. Okay, see, for every brain, it takes time. There will be pretty less number of people, very few. They are little bit extraordinary. Okay, that's also not so simply. Okay, their way of thinking is different. Okay, it's very few you'll find. Okay, so for everything it takes some amount of time. You need to understand your present ability and present potentiality. Okay, all are equally capable, there is no doubt about it, unless there is someone with some disabilities. Okay, other than that, all are equally capable. But only thing is like how you are utilizing your abilities, how much you know about yourself. Okay, the problem is we don't know about ourselves, we know about our friend even much more than ourselves. Yes or no? We don't know about us, but we don't know about our neighbors. Okay, if I ask someone, say how, what kind of person your friend is, he will tell so many things, so many positives, so many negatives. He will even say about the corrections. If he is going to correct himself like
Sir,
this, he would have
could you
been good.
please, sorry to interrupt, sir. Can attendee 59 mute their micro? We are
Yes, yes,
hearing
I'll mute.
some
Thank you
sound.
for letting me know that. Thank you so much. Okay, and you can tell me, I can manage from here, I can moderate all the things. See, know what you are today. You are lagging in communication part. Okay, focus on that part, try to improve. You're lagging in analysis part. That means the time you are spending is not enough. Spend more time. See, everything comes to you by practice, practice, practice. Anything in this world. So researchers and all, to invent just one product, they will spend years. It's not like 1 day, 2 days. Before Google search engine comes, they would have scrapped hundreds of search engines. Google itself, Alphabet company itself. Google is a final product that is being succeeded in the market, right? That's for Alphabet. Before Google, they would have launched so many similar products. Many would have failed. Today also, so many products that they release will fail. They fail in so many things. If they fail in 100, they will be successful only in 1. You need to understand that. Microsoft, you cannot see Microsoft is a successful organization. Microsoft today has 100 applications. Suppose behind the scenes you see 10,000 applications in the dustbin. Try, fail, try, fail, try, fail, try, fail. Some point in time you'll understand something. You understand, you are able to meet the requirement of the market, and you are able to come up with a product which is going to be successful in the market. It takes time. You need to have some patience. Nothing can come to us just overnight. On blink of the eye we need everything. That's the problem. Okay. When people call me, they say within 1 month I can learn. Okay. If your brain is something where I can insert a chip, I'll just dump this knowledge into chip. I'm going to insert. Other than that, I cannot do anything. I can teach sitting here 6 hours, 7 hours continuously, no problem, because I have knowledge, right? But you cannot grasp it because you are a beginner, right? Even for me today for me, if I want to learn a new topic in PEGA, even though I have this much of experience, I may have to spend minimum 2 to 3 hours on one topic to understand it clearly. And that too, after 5 days, I'll forget. What I do is I revise, I teach your batch. Okay, over. Next batch, I'll forget. If I do not revise in between, what I'll do, after 15 days, I'll revise the topic again, new topic. Okay, after 25 days, 30 days, I'll revise again. Before the next batch I am going to teach, one day before, I will do it practically. I'll try to note down everything, what should I teach and all. 2 to 3 batches over. Next time, I don't even look into it because I got it. Because I have done it so many times. That's the only thing. So each time I am going to look into it, I will get some new point. I am going to grasp some new point for sure. All this I am saying with experience. It's not only going to happen with me, with everyone. You may be feeling like when you sit in the class and when you go through the class, you can understand, okay, it is understandable. I can remember this, but it is impossible. You cannot remember. Unless you revisit. That's called revision. Revise multiple times. Each time when you revise, you try to analyze it little bit. You try to gain some new point. Then only your brain can remember it. Otherwise, it is impossible. I'm not talking about PEGA. It can be any subject. Any subject, same thing. Do one task multiple times. Each time you do it, redo it, I mean to say, you will see a new experience with that. You will gain a new experience with that. For sure, it will happen. Up to the saturation. When it is saturated means you learned everything about it, almost everything. Only thing is, you need patience. You need to spend time, understand yourself, okay, and know your abilities, and try to improve it slowly. You are not trying to gain something which was not there with you. If I say something is not there with you, you can never get it. Okay, you are today an average student, and maybe after some time you have become like a knowledgeable, talented student. That means slowly you have grown. It's not in a day. It has not happened overnight, like a magic. Okay, slowly you have changed yourself, the way how you study, and you have become disciplined slowly. Okay, and the way how you study, how you analyze, you have spent a lot of time, you have revised, and some time later you have become a talented person. Okay, with practice, like that only. Other than that, it's not possible for anyone on a single go. The problem is people will just think like, okay, if I see this, I should understand, it should be there in my mind forever. That is not going to happen. We are not a magical things in this world. Okay, please understand that. See, Madhavi, if you're not able to hear, just all others can hear me. Madhavi, issue must be from your end. Please use microphone or remove it. Probably the settings. Sometimes you may not be knowing about the settings on your system. If you're using, remove it and try. If you're not using, try using it. Okay. So some settings might have got saved, or you need to restart your system and connect. We have not yet started session. We have not yet get into subject. Okay. See, I wanted to take 5 more minutes and finish this. Then we will get into the topic, our PEGA subject. How many of you so far had planned something but was unable to do? How many of you are there like that? You planned something to achieve or to do, but you are not able to do it. You are not able to achieve it. How many of you are there? If you ask me, all of you should raise your hand. If you are not raising your hand, means you have not even planned anything. Okay. How many of you have thought so far? How many of you had thought like, I would have done this 2 years back itself. I would have done this 3 years back itself. Why was this happening? With everyone, it will happen, almost everyone. Okay. I thought like I would have started Instagram maybe 2 years back. I would have been into social media 2-3 years back itself, like this. Okay. I would have started learning the other one, whatever it is, other than this, the other one, maybe 1 year back, I would have focused. Even recently, I thought that, okay, I would have started PEGA recruitment company 10 years back itself. See, it will happen with everyone. Okay. A problem is that if you do not prioritize things, okay, maybe you will plan for it. You plan for it. You wanted to do it today. You join PEGA training. At the time of joining, you will have some sort of dream, not a plan. Planning will be there for very few people. Dream is, I will join PEGA training. Every day I will attend. Every day I will not even miss single class. I'll practice regularly. I'll be perfect. 5 hours, 6 hours I will work. And within 3.5 months, I will get into job. Okay. I will not do the mistakes what I have done previously. So what mistakes I have done during my college days and all, I do not want to do it now. I want to be perfect. Yes or no? Right? And what happens after you join, this will be there for 5 days, 6 days, 7 days, maybe 15 days. Okay. This is going to last, this enthusiasm is going to last for 10 days, 15 days. After that, it will be gone. It happens with everyone. Why? What you have told your mind before you join, you have to retell it every time. Every week, you have to retell your mind, I want to be perfect. I want to go regularly. I want to practice regularly. I want to do it 5 hours a day. I want to study. These are the mistakes I have done. I do not want to repeat. Every week you tell your mind, write down, note down all that. Just make it pasted in front of you when you wake up. Possible every day you tell your mind. Tell. Then only it will take. It will not take on a single go. Okay. It is, maybe you're thinking like I am telling you, and that's not the case with me, and that's the case with only with you. No, it's the case with everyone in this world. Okay. That's what I'm telling. Everyone is equally capable. Okay. You and me are same. Me and someone else is same. Some IAS officer is same. That IAS officer and Abdul Kalam sir, all are same. Okay. How you train your brain? Train it. Tell every day about your goal. Tell it every day. Otherwise, it cannot remember. Today you set a goal. After 10 days, it will forget. You will get deviated. Okay. So where you are spending time is very, very important. What is the platform where you're spending? You're spending time on Instagram, you're spending time on Facebook, that to unnecessarily for unnecessary things, then it will be gone. Okay. So please make sure that you take your time. First thing is analyze yourself. Sit back, look into yourself, analyze yourself. What approach you are following? Not working out, change the approach. Okay. Don't change your target, change the approach that you are following. Okay. You're going in route 1, take a diversion, route 2, try it. Didn't work out, route 3, some other direction. Didn't work out, 4. Sometime, at some point in time, it will work out. Once it started working out, no one can stop you. Initially, it will be slow for sure. For everyone, you will be able to get all the things very slowly. Okay. A train, when it starts moving, a flight, when it starts moving, anything when it starts moving, it has to start slow. After some time, it takes the momentum and it will not get stuck. Okay. Unless you break it. Okay. So just, I cannot take it forward. Just let me give you an announcement. Tomorrow, there is a special workshop session that we are going to conduct. Okay. About how to remember. Okay. When you study something, how to remember, how to streamline your schedule. Okay, some of the things which are really very useful to you, maybe your friends, anyone can attend that session. If you are following us on our Instagram, or maybe they would have sent you in the group or broadcast. Okay, if you are interested, maybe it will be useful for even college students mainly. Okay, at least if you feel like I have unnecessarily wasted 4 years of BTech, okay, just at least forward your brother, he will not be wasting after attending this session, right? So just to try to register if possible, you can attend from your home. Okay, you can attend Instagram live, or if possible you can come down. Okay, yeah, that's it from my end. And let me revise. Can you please start today's class? I'm going to start now. Okay, I'm interested but didn't get it. Okay,
So the link for the
the link is
registration.
in bio. You just click on the bio link tree. You'll see the registration link. You can click on that link and you can register. Just follow us. Once you follow us, you get notification. You can join Instagram live. Okay. We will send it once again today. Okay. Just maybe after some time we are going to send it once again. The link separately we'll share. Okay. And here you go now. Yesterday we discussed about object-oriented programming concepts, where we discussed about encapsulation and inheritance. Encapsulation means grouping of the things. You are going to create everything and place it inside a box, that is called as encapsulation. Doing that is called as a encapsulation. Encapsulation is a concept in object-oriented programming system. And that concept you can take and design a system for yourself where you are going to develop one technology. Such technologies are Java, C++, Python, and what else we have? VB, C#. So many are there. Those systems have been built based on object-oriented programming system. So where the encapsulation in the technology is being named as class. That's it. Class is equal to encapsulation. Encapsulation is equal to class. Encapsulation is a concept. Class is the reality of that concept. Anything you are doing in the programming language, if that is an object-oriented programming language, you will definitely have that roof, class. Inside that only you will create everything. Same thing we will be repeating, we will be doing in PEGA also, because PEGA is built based on Java. Okay. And when you are going to set up your business, you are going to create so many departments instead of one single department. What is the reason so many departments you are creating? Because you want to organize the things in such a way that should be easy to maintain. That should be easy to maintain. You want to maintain everything easily. Easy management should be there. For that reason, you are going to divide everything, each process, and set up each separate unit. So each unit you are calling it as department. Each department you can just consider it as a class in technology. Okay. So where you are going to have verification department, bank department, loan department, insurance department, all are in bank. All are in bank. If bank is an application, these departments are classes. These departments are classes. So there will be a need in the real world. One department wants to access the features of another department. Wants to access the features of another department. How this can be achieved? If it is a physical human beings and all, I'll go to other department, I'll ask some documents and bring it. Same I am going to now digitalize, right? When you're digitalizing, how do you achieve? A class has to talk to another class requesting for something. So requesting means it should be able to access something from another class to present place. So how this can be made possible? So we want to establish a relation between the classes. When the relation is being established, this accessibility is possible. What is that relation that we establish? Inheritance. So when a person is there, he can access the property of another person only when there is a relation. Without relation, is it possible? Am I going to ask you money? Because you are student and teacher, okay, relation is there. Maybe you are paying fees to me. That's the only reason. Apart from this, can I ask you some amount of money? I'm not allowed because we are not related, right? I can go and ask money from my father. That is possible. So parent and child relationship. Child can access the property of father, but not vice versa. So in the technology, two classes are there. If you define inheritance relation between class A, B, where A is parent, B is child, we can access the property from A. We can access anything from A. Okay, but A cannot access from B. Reverse is not possible. That's how it is being designed. This is what inheritance means. Simply, you correlate with your real life, then everything will be sorted out to understand. Okay, so parent of parent, is it possible to access? in the inheritance. Grandfather, father, grandchild. Okay. Think this grandchild can access the property from grandfather SR. In the real world, it is possible. Technology also it is possible. Technology is built based on the real life only. Okay. So that's what about inheritance. What is the advantage? Why do you do this? See, when in case, if you have one class where you can maintain the common features, create some child classes, the common features available in parent, and there are 4 children. 4 children can access the property from features from parent class. So easy to extend. When you extend to add one more child class in future, you don't have to recreate everything from the scratch because parent already has it. You don't have to do it. If I already own a business, I do not ask my son to start the business from the scratch. I will hand over, you extend it, no problem. When you're extending, I'll supply you whatever you need, right? Same thing, how it works in the real world, the same way it is going to work out in the technology world also. Easy to extend, no redundancy and reusability. All these are advantages. But here one point I have stressed on at the end. What is the point I've stressed? Remember this point clearly. It doesn't matter in what application classes are there, whether same application or different application, no question about that. If a class wants to access another class, inheritance relation must be there. That's it. Simply, you can remember it as a thumb rule. If a class wants to access the features of another class, what must be there? Inheritance. Now I'll ask you, classes should be in same application or different application? No question. No, wherever it is. Okay.
Can be in
First
different
thing is,
applications.
if a class wants to access another class, inheritance is must. Yes, please.
It can be in different applications because
Yes, it can be in
framework.
different applications. See, when the classes are in same application, inheritance you define and access. When the classes are in different application, inheritance you define and access. But here, one point is that when classes are in different application, these applications should have a connectivity. Then only this is possible. Same application means inheritance you can define directly, no worries. When in different application, these two applications should also have to have connectivity. That's called we are connecting by framework in implementation relation. Separate applications, no relation, applications. Okay, then you cannot even define inheritance relation. Visibility will not be there. Understand? Visibility will not be there. Okay, this is what we have discussed. Yesterday, what happened, there was a technical issue, I think, with GoToMeeting. At 7:40, the recording has been stopped. Okay, it did not happen only with our session. For all other trainings that are running with us, for every trainer at 7:40, we have seen that recording has been stopped. But I have revised it today. That's what we have discussed, nothing more than that. Okay. And today's session, we are going to discuss about May 31st, right? 2024. Okay. Today's session, we are going to discuss about types of classes. Very, very important. Okay. Maybe you find it so silly and easy, but when it comes to reality, definitely you need to use your brain a lot. Look at here. Now try to understand this. See, class is a roof unit structure where you place all the components. What are the examples of classes? This laptop is a class, and human body is a class. Inside that, so many parts are there. Car, when you see a car is anything, TV, light, AC, everything in this world is just like a class. Okay, now see, you create functionalities in the class, you execute the class, and your transaction will be initiated. Yes or no? Yes. Transaction, if you want to initiate, execute something in the class only. Okay. See, now you just go here. First, we will go to real world. Understand always from the real world. Let's think about this. Banking department. First, generally I'm asking, it's all about general knowledge only, nothing technical. So, banking department, is it allowed to initiate? Initiate means what? Trigger. Okay, initiate means trigger. To initiate any transaction. Yes or no? Just think with general knowledge and tell me.
Yes.
Banking department can do the transactions like creating an account, transferring money, deposit, withdraw and all. Banking department, if it is a class, is it allowed as per the business? Everything as per the business. It's not you and me define. It's as per the business. Is it allowed to initiate the transaction? Allowed or not allowed? It is allowed. In loans department,
Yes.
can it initiate any transaction? Loan
Yes.
transactions, where it will get initiated? Loan department only. It will initiate a transaction of type loan. It has that authority. Similarly, insurance department can or cannot. Allowed
Yes.
or not allowed? Allowed. As per the business, allowed, right? Now you tell me, verification department, is that going to initiate any business process transaction in the business?
No.
It will not. It will not. Is it not? Is it like by itself it will not initiate, or it doesn't have that authorization or ability?
There is
When
no
you set a
process
verification
flow.
department, there are team of people, you instruct them. You do not have any authority to start any transaction. Some person is going to come to you for a loan, redirect them to loan department. Some person is going to ask you about insurance, redirect them to insurance department. You are not allowed to collect the documents directly from the customers. You are not allowed to initiate any transactions by starting the process. You are not allowed to do that. Means that authority is not there, right? How do you bring this type of departments in the technology? You need to set up this type of department in the technology. Generally, what is a class? A class is a roof where you have all the functional components executable. You execute and start the transaction. That's the actual class. Then now you got a need in the real world. That is, I need a class, but that should not have an ability of execution. Means it should not be able to initiate any transaction. It should not be able to. Okay, bring such class into the technology. Why you are bringing such class into technology? Because in the real world it is there. Whatever is there in the real world, that should be achievable by technology. Then only you will use that technology to implement your business application. The technology should suit with your business. If it is not suiting, if it is not suitable, you're not going to use it, right? You're not going to use it. So now when they create this technology, Java, whatever it is, they had come up with two types of categorizing the classes into two types. One is concrete. One is concrete. Concrete is the definition. Whatever that definition we discussed about, class is applicable to concrete. Concrete class, what is there in this? You will have attributes. Attributes means I'll tell you. Attributes means functional components will be there. What will be there? Functional components will be there. I'll write down attributes later. Functional components will be there in a class. Whether it is an abstract or concrete. If you remove that word abstract, if you remove that word concrete, what is remaining? Class is remaining. Abstract class, concrete class. Remove the abstract and concrete words. What is remaining? Class. Means a class can have functional components, no, generally. Plus can initiate business transaction. It can initiate means button is there with this. It can press the button to start the transaction. It is there with it. Now, abstract class also functional components will be there or not? Will be there, but cannot initiate. Initiate business transaction. This is what you are studying in your textbooks. Concrete class can be instantiated. Abstract classes cannot be instantiated. This technical terminology you are getting in the textbook, same thing. They are using instantiation. I am using initiation of business transaction. I am just elaborating it. I'm just opening, unfolding it, simply speaking. Okay. Technical words, understand it in the simplified language. Then it is easy to remember and all. So you create two classes. You create so many functional components in the classes. One class, when you kickstart, you are able to execute and transaction is being made. But another class, when you try to kickstart, it says, I am not authorized to do the transaction. Why it is saying? Because that class is marked as abstract class. That class is marked as abstract class. When would you go and create abstract classes? Whenever I want a class to have functional components that has to be supplied to other classes. But that will never involve in initiating the transaction. So one such class is verification class. Yes or no? Where is it?
Yes.
Verification class. Yes or no?
Yes.
So now you take all these as classes. You take all these as classes here. if you take all these are classes, okay, for your understanding, I'm writing at the end class. Otherwise, I can say like this. Otherwise, class verification. Okay. This is going to be abstract or concrete. What do you think? Abstract. Why you are
Abstract.
telling this is abstract?
It cannot
Because verification department
initiate.
cannot initiate. Now, when you start your creating your business application, you ask a business. So you told me 10 departments are there. Okay. Accordingly, I will design here 10 classes. Tell me which department is going to initiate transaction, which department is not authorized to initiate the transaction. All that you mark as abstract, remaining you mark as concrete. That's all. If you want to work on technology, you want to be a designer, then you should know the business. Knowing the business is very easy. When you know the business, learning, implementing the technology is very easy. Without knowing business, if you try to learn the technology, you cannot understand. It's like reading and writing in the exam. At the end of the day, you will be getting the marks, but no knowledge. Okay. Then what about this bank department?
Concrete.
Banking is there, no? Banking is a class, no?
Concrete.
Class banking inherits from verification department. So this banking is going to be concrete, no?
Class.
This is going to be concrete for sure. Class loans,
Also concrete.
loans. And here you're creating class loans, and this is also going to be a concrete, just for your understanding. I'm writing here. And the same way, class insurance department, and
Also
this is also going to be
concrete.
concrete. For sure, it is concrete class, because you will initiate insurance transactions now.
Yes.
See, if you observe this, whatever I have written, and if I'm going to draw this like a diagram, okay, just for an instance, I'm going to draw this. Here you go. Verification. What is it first one? Verification. I'm sorry. I'll have to increase the font size. 18. Okay. So verification. After that, what is that?
Banking.
Okay. Next, loans.
Loan department.
Next,
Insurance department.
So define relation. I'm defining just like by using some this one lines. Inheritance relation. Okay. You can have a number. Okay. Okay. Just give me a minute, please. Attendee 2028 is not in mute. They are answering all questions. You don't have to answer. When you answer, you just go back to mute or type it. Okay. See, now usually when you look at this structure, what you can understand is abstract classes are coming at the top level as parent. Yes or no? So as for the business also, they are going to supply to the below level, right? Abstract classes are usually coming at what level? At the higher level. Higher. When I use the word usually, what does it mean? It's not mandatory that always abstract class should be the top. Okay. There may be situations it can go bottom also. But possibility is there. But usual business structure, anywhere, wherever you go and see, all the abstracts are going to stay at the top level. All the concretes will come to bottom level. Okay. From these, you cannot make a statement. Abstract classes are always parents of concrete. Do not make any such statements. Okay. It's the way you are designing. See, when I say you do not walk on the right side of the road, is it that you cannot walk or you don't walk? Okay. Walking on the right side of road is not a rule. Okay. I said that. Do not walk on the right side of the road. You can walk, but intentionally you do not walk, right? Why? If you're going to walk on the right side of the road in India, there will be a problem. You will get some accident, right? So it's a rule. So something which is defined, following is our responsibility. So when I say usually abstract classes will come at the top and concrete, that's how everyone will design. That's how the real world business has been designed. If you want to say above concrete and below abstract, technology is not going to restrict you. But there is of no use. You are not following the real world business. Okay. So usually abstract classes will come at the top level of your class structure. Okay. Top level usually when you see abstract only. Now what are we going to do is we go into our application. When we create a new application, PEGA has created so many classes, right? For us, organization class, division class, unit class. let's try to look at only observation, because next time when we want to create manually, we will be able to create it following the same. So let's try to look at and observe what type it has chosen for each level of the class that is being created. Okay, so I'm going to document it now. Okay, connecting to this, I'm going to document it.
Excuse me. Hello.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Yeah, based on the discussion, so can we say that our work class is a concrete class and framework class is
Yes,
an
yes, you're right.
abstract class? Okay.
Yes, that's what I'm going to show now. Okay, let's log into our application. Log into our application and just look at what was the type of each class in our class group. Class group means 3 classes together, whatever the 3 classes that are there, those together. So I want to know the details of a class. What can I do? I have to go to definition. I told you, right? If I want to know the details of anything in PEGA, where should I go? It's the definition. Application details I want to know. Where will I go? Application definition. Class details I want to know. Where will I go? Class definition. How many classes are there here? Always 3 are loading. If you want to load independently, backspace these things. Backspace. And you have A and Z top level, right? Select that. Okay. Select A and Z. Right click on A and Z. Okay. And then definition. Right click on A and Z. Definition. A and Z. Let's look at A and Z. You will right click using your mouse and then definition. I did not choose any of this. It was being marked as selected as abstract. So organization class is, did I select that? System is selected. Top level. Next, let's go to division. Just let me save this document. This is all observation. You have to gain the knowledge. And 617, right? 617. May 31. Okay, look at here now. So here you go. A and Z after A and Z auto I, right? A and Z auto I. Right click on this. Okay, I can even open like this. Just hold on a minute. A and Z auto I is there. Right click on this and definition. Remaining things I am not discussing means that is not required now. Okay, what is this one? Division or application class is also abstract class only. That is also abstract class. Okay, look at work class. Look at work class. So what about work class? Expand this A and Z and you have work class. Right click on this, definition. Right click on this, definition. And here you go now. What type of class it is? Unit class or work class, or you say class group. Terminology I am giving because you will get to know is concrete class. Is concrete class. This is the class where transactions can be initiated. Transactions can be initiated. Done? Clear, everyone? That's the class where you will. Above 2 classes will supply some common components to below classes. Okay, I can have more than one work class. It is possible. Under work class, I can have subunits. That is also possible. This is the place where transaction gets initiated. In the real life example also, movie production house, distributors, cinema theaters. Unit level is the one where sales will happen, sales transactions. Car manufacturer, distributor, and sales unit. Sales unit, I mean like outlet. Outlet is the one where sales will happen. So if you see real world, same way it will exist. No difference. But subunit units may have subunits like that. You can have a number of different things. See, once it is saved, this option you can see for changing, right? You may change here internally, it won't change. Okay, generally internally it won't change. It's not a practice like, but when you are creating, you can choose any option. But here we don't have any need. You can change if you want to change, but internally system will not be making any such change. It will be a problem. It will be difficult actually. Means your so many other things connected, you have to change. It's not so simple as you go with a single drop down. Changing at one place requires modifications at so many places. Okay, but that's what you should come up with a strong foundation, robust foundation when you build your application. What do you mean by robust foundation? That means you have to analyze about the future. Think about the future. You are going to set up something today. Mostly you should not be changing it. Okay, think twice, thrice. Okay, and then perfectly you create it. Robust foundation should be there for your application. Okay, next we talk about this inheritance concept. See, in PEGA we are now seeing organization, division, unit, right? See, above top level class, below middle level class, bottom class should access all the above class properties, no? Features, no? Okay, now let me tell you about class once again. Here you go. Here I was writing attributes. Here I was writing attributes plus functional components. What is meant by attribute? Attribute means, I already told you, okay, attribute is something which is going to impact the system, which is going to control the system. See, for every class, functional components will be there, as well as attributes will be there. Attributes are going to talk about controlling that particular mechanism of that particular system. Suppose if we are a human being, so we have heart, lungs, everything, okay, and blood, everything. So blood should be having some number. I don't know about those things actually, but it will have some number. That's the ideal number, okay, percentage, let's say. Every human being should have a minimum of 15% of hemoglobin in the blood. What is this 15%? It's called attribute value. It's called attribute value. That 15% is an attribute value. That is going to control 15 below, problem, 15 above, problem. Attributes will control. Attributes will control the system. Okay, RAM is there. RAM 8 GB. System will be controlled in such a way that little bit of speed. RAM 16 GB. Even faster, 32 GB, super fast. 4 GB, dead slow. Okay, that's called 32 GB, 32 number. That's a value that has been assigned to RAM. So here, that particular number who is holding is called attribute. That's what we also call as variable. So class comprises of attributes plus functional components. Okay, car is there. So car pickup will depend on one attribute. What is that? Okay, car speed, momentum is going to depend on one attribute. What is that? Gear number. Gear 2. 2 means whatever you do, it will go only up to some extent only speed. Gear 5. So now who is controlling that? Gear number is controlling, right? That's called attribute. Understand clear? So inside a class, attributes will be there and functional components will be there. Attributes are the ones where you input the values. Okay, gear number you'll change means you are inputting some number to the car. Momentum, increase the speed, increase the speed, increase the speed, like that. Okay, so now let's come to inheritance in PEGA. Inheritance is concept is inheritance wherever you go in this world. Accessing the components from parent to child. How inheritance is being designed in PEGA? So inheritance definition I don't have to tell you, it is same. There are two types of inheritance in PEGA. First one is pattern inheritance. What is that? Pattern inheritance. Second one is direct inheritance. Why two inheritances? You'll come to know. So what is this inheritance? See, if you remove the word pattern, if you remove the word direct, what is remaining? Inheritance. Inheritance means what? Accessing the components from parent class to child class. So whatever the inheritance type, it will access the components from parent to child. That's it. Now, pattern inheritance is an inheritance relation defined between lower classes with higher classes. What do you mean by lower classes with higher classes? Unit class with division, division with organization. Pattern inheritance is going to be useful to access the components from higher classes to lower classes in the organization structure of classes. Class structure is there, no? In the class structure, so far we are focusing on how many classes? Only 3. Remaining you don't bother at all. When I say you don't bother about all, you don't even open that. Don't even look into that. Okay, don't even look at it. Okay, now you always think about A and Z. A and Z auto I work. Remaining classes, I will tell you when to look into it. Okay, so A and Z class functional features should be accessible to A and Z auto I. A and Z auto I functional features should be accessible to work. That's what organization structure means. That's how top level should be accessible. If it should be accessible means you should define inheritance relationship, yes or no? Then that has been automatically defined. That has been automatically defined by PEGA. at the time of creating these classes. Look at the class names. A and Z, display name. What is its definition? Go to definition. ID is there. ID, A and Z. Same. Top level, independent top level class of our application. In our A and Z insurance group application, what is the topmost class? A and Z. Top level, standing independent. I'm not able to view the presentation. See, any one of you not able to hear me or not able to see the screen, please try to reconnect. Others can see. Okay, others can see. Please try to reconnect. Please quickly reconnect. Because if there is any issue from me, it will happen with everyone. Okay. Next, we look at ANZ.io. No problem. For revision, you have video. Don't worry. Okay. Sometimes only it may happen from you. Okay. Go to definition of ANZ.io. What is its ID? Read the ID carefully. ANZ.io. See, I request online students to have good internet connection with you. Maybe because of climate or something. Sometimes issue will happen from your end. If there is issue from my end, please let me know. Is my voice clearly audible to every one of you?
Yes.
If it is audible to everyone, means there is no issue from my end. Okay. Probably for one or two people, if it is freezing screen or some audio issues, make sure you are connecting to Wi-Fi or direct cable, and make sure you have good internet connectivity. And sometimes network interruptions may be there from your end. Please reconnect quickly. And I strictly request all of you, online connecting, whoever is connecting online, go to Google, go to meeting, download the app. Okay. Many people are connecting from, I'm giving you link. If you paste in browser, directly you will connect from browser. But I recommend you to go to app, download the app, open the app. It will ask you meeting ID. What is a meeting ID? In the link, last 9 digits is meeting ID. ID, if you paste and click, you will enter. App will be faster. You will not face any issues. Okay. So that's a request to every one of you. Please do it. When from tomorrow like that. Okay. See, if you look at the ID of the class ANZ.io, what is the real name? Is it ANZ.io or ANZ-ANZ.io? Which one is real out of these two for a system? Which one will be taken by system? ANZ-ANZ.io. That's how system is going to record. No, though the name is ANZ.io, display name, actual name is ANZ-ANZ.io. See, we did not manually create. Suppose I'll show you. If I want to create one class under ANZ, just like that example I'm doing. Don't focus on navigations because it's not now. You don't have to bother about navigations as of now. Okay, ANZ. One more class I want to create, but I want to make ANZ as a parent to the class that I am creating now. Then what should I do? After ANZ, I have to add a dash and I have to give a name, test. Simply I am giving. Okay. Now I am creating a class by name test only, but test I am not creating independently. Test I am creating concatenating to ANZ by using a symbol called hyphen, that you read it as dash. Here, dash represents inheritance relation defining between the classes. Dash represents inheritance relation. Test class is a child class. Test class is a child class of ANZ. Test class is a child class of ANZ. Understand clear, everyone? That's how PEGA has automatically created. Just now I have shown you manually. So now ANZ after ANZ.io is there, in between dash is there. For ANZ.io, who is the parent? ANZ. ANZ is the parent. Inheritance relation in PEGA is defined by dash, hyphen. And go to work class definition. Go to the definition of work class definition. Work is not created independently. When work is created, previous two class names have been taken, added a dash and work is created. Okay. So now here you can see pattern inheritance. It's an inheritance relation. It's an inheritance relation defined between two classes by using a symbol. What is the symbol? Dash. Why they are calling it as pattern inheritance? So this is defined as class naming pattern. Class naming pattern. So class name, is it in a pattern? A dash, B dash, C. Proper pattern is there. Okay. So that's why it is called a pattern inheritance, because names will come one after other in a pattern concatenated by hyphen. That's why it is called as pattern inheritance. What do you mean by generally? What do you mean by pattern? Pattern means it's a proper structure. Yes or no? Anything that you see, it's in a proper pattern, means it's in a proper structure. Maybe like a star, maybe like a straight line. Okay. Maybe something else it can be. Okay. So like it's like a pattern inheritance. Why you are calling? Why they named it as pattern inheritance? Because the inheritance relation defined between classes by using hyphen, where you concatenate two classes by using hyphen. Overall, you will see a pattern of classes. When you look at the name of a class, if I show you simply a class called as A dash B dash C and ask you what are the parent classes of C? A, B. Generally A, B will say, but technically if you have to speak like a PEGA developer, you should say A. A up to A, okay. B you should not you should never read independently. When you are reading B, read B always as A dash B. Understand? Generally I am saying A dash B, if you are speaking in a proper technical manner. Okay. If I have to say C, I should not say C. What should I say? A dash B dash. Sometimes you can call it a work class directly. We call it a work class because people can understand that. Actually, if you want to say that, it is ANZ dash, ANZ auto A dash work. That's the actual name. You can see your ID, right? So pattern inheritance. Why pattern inheritance? That's the question. Why we need pattern inheritance? To access the features of top classes into bottom classes. Okay, understand clear? One point here is all the classes that you see in the pattern inheritance belongs to current application, same application. Not other application classes will not come in the pattern. Simply, if you want to remember it, other family persons will not come into blood relation. Blood relation is pattern inheritance. Remember that. What is that? Grandfather, father, child. All are blood related. Maybe you have a connection with other family, but those will maybe related, but those are not blood related. No. Okay. Pattern means your family or family blood relation. Okay. From bottom level, if you go to the higher level, that is pattern inheritance. Then what is direct inheritance? Inheritance defined. This is also inheritance defined between two classes of different applications. Direct inheritance. This is direct inheritance. See, already pattern inheritance is there, where a class can access the features from organization division. Then why again we need direct inheritance? Why one more inheritance? I will tell you. Why one more? That's the question. Okay, you are able to access the functional features from the classes which you created as part of your application creation, which are higher level classes. Up to that, it is okay. Now, you are using PEGA rules process command environment to access the predefined features. Yes or no? To access predefined features. PEGA rules process command environment comes up with a predefined application called as PEGA platform. In the PEGA platform predefined application, so many functionalities are there. Where are these available? Those should be inside some classes. Yes or no? That's what we discussed. No, I will show you. Look at here. Send email notification. Send email notification. This is a functional component, whatever it can be. It is available in a class. Which class it is available in? Base class. I will name some of the OOTP classes. Okay. I'll just give names of some of the OOTP classes, just names. I'm not going to tell you what will be there inside. OOTP classes in PEGA contains OOTP functional components. OOTP functional components. Those components we call as rules. Okay, now what are those? At the rate base class. At the rate, this is the topmost class in PEGA. Topmost class of PEGA environment. Means in PEGA, for anything, this is parent. Topmost. This is where it starts. For our application, what is topmost class? A and Z. Similarly, for PEGA platform, what is topmost class? Base class. Work dash. What is the next class? Data dash. Index dash. Embed dash. Assign dash. Code dash. Rule dash, etc. So many are there. Total 14 will be there. Int dash is also there. Some important I have written. All these will come across in the practical time. Okay. What is there inside work dash? I don't know. What is there inside data dash? I don't know. That's you don't know. Okay. For now, you don't have to think about what is there inside. But when I purchase PEGA platform, should I be able to access the features of send email notification from base class? If I want to implement sending email functionality, if I want to implement, should I be able to access this into my transaction? Transaction is getting processed. Some point in time, I have to trigger an email. Should I write all the code? No. I want to access this. No. How can I access this from the base class when there is inheritance relation defined to my class with base class? My class with base class. Base class is in PEGA application. My class is in my application. Two different applications, but my application is ultimately created on top of PEGA platform. Now I can define inheritance relation between these two. How would you define inheritance relation between user defined classes and predefined classes? Pattern inheritance, it is not possible because pattern inheritance is same family, not with other family. Pattern inheritance is same application classes only come in the pattern. Same family only blood relation. Other family, if I want to access the property, I should get married to some girl from another family. In India, how it works? Okay, so you can easily remember. Pattern inheritance is blood relation within family. Direct inheritance is like a marriage relation with other family, so that you will access some property from other family. Yes or no? You are allowed to access. So direct relation between two persons, wife, husband, direct relation by a knot. This is direct inheritance. Blood relation all is pattern inheritance. You can never forget pattern and direct inheritance, right? So direct inheritance, what is the purpose? Direct inheritance purpose is inheritance defined between two classes of different application, where to access the features of OOTB application classes of PEGA into our application, user defined application, our business application classes. Who is going to help? This inheritance helps to access. See, in PEGA, why two inheritances are there? One inheritance, generally inheritance is enough, no? But why PEGA has two inheritances? That's the main question when they ask you an interview. What are the two inheritances in PEGA? You'll simply say pattern and direct. What is pattern inheritance? Inheritance relation defined between two classes by a hyphen symbol. Example, A dash B. B is child, A is parent. It's a class naming pattern. That's why it is pattern. What is direct inheritance? This is also inheritance relation defined between two classes only. Where you define, I will show you. Okay, where is it defined? I will show you. Pattern I have shown you where. This one also I will show you in a minute. But now, okay, that is also inheritance between two classes. This is also inheritance between two classes. Why two different inheritances are there? I will tell you. Pattern inheritance is used to access the functional components of usually the same application of the higher class. Same application, higher classes. Direct inheritance is useful to access the functional features of other application classes. What is that other application? Usually PEGA platform. That you have to say built on application. What is that? Built on. You created you had built your application on top of another application. No. From that application, how do you access? That's by direct inheritance. In interviews, you have to say like direct inheritance helps to access the functional features from PEGA platform application classes into our business application classes. Okay, direct inheritance. I'll give the screenshot for direct as a reference. Direct inheritance is defined in the class definition. In the class definition, you can see here. Related to this, there will be practical that will be told on Monday. Look at work class. Look at only work class. Remaining class you don't bother. Okay, right click on work class and then go to definition. I will right click on work class, and go to definition. That's what you need to do. Okay, when you do this, scroll down. I'll scroll down. Parent class directed. What is being mentioned there? Here it was mentioned as, we did not do this. It was mentioned as work dash cover dash. See, work dash cover dash are two classes actually. Work dash and you should not say cover dash. Work dash cover dash. Work dash cover dash, two classes. For work dash cover dash, work dash is parent. Work dash is parent. Understand? Okay. So just for your information, that there is one class selected here as a direct parent, which is OOTB class, not created by us, not created. This work dash, our work class, both are different. Our work class is part of our application. Work dash is there, no, that is OOTB class. Why dash it in the class name itself? You can see if you want to see those work dash. If you type, you'll get the class name itself as dash. I'll tell you on Monday why it is there. Okay. For our classes, when you are adding one more class, dash is coming. In the name, it is not there. Look at A and Z. In the class name, dash is not there. Class name you can see here, no? But look at work dash. Class name itself has that. But our work class also ending dash is not there. No? When you add one more, you will introduce dash. I'll tell you about this dash on Monday. But main important thing here is it's not about what is pattern, what is direct. It's not about that only. Why we need two types of inheritances in PEGA? Why there are two types of inheritance in PEGA? Why pattern? Why direct again? Why two types of inheritance? Pattern inheritance is to access the components from higher classes to lower classes. To remember this, just recollect the relation in your family. Grandfather, father, blood relation. Blood relation is pattern. To access the property from other built-on application classes, you go for direct inheritance. Then that is, you can remember it like other family marriage relation. Okay, clear? Makes sense? Everyone clear?
Yeah, just a question. Hello.
Okay, 1 minute. Is it possible to inherit between two classes of two different application? Not necessary the PEGA application. See, that is what we are going to practically do on Monday. There are few things pending about this inheritance practical on Monday. I will tell you other application other than PEGA application how to access. We have one more application in between, no, framework. I did not show you that so far. I will show you that on Monday. Okay, you'll be getting answers. Someone was asking something.
Yeah, I was asking.
Okay, please go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hello. So my question was that just now you created a test class, right? So that test class was an abstract class, but you just told that whether if we change the class type, be it from abstract to concrete, but at the end it stays as acts as abstract only. So if we are creating a user-defined class, can we create it as concrete? If we explicitly
you can create
define.
it as abstract or concrete, that is up to you. When you are creating it as a user defined class, you can create it as abstract or concrete, that is up to you. Okay, that's up to you. But system will take automatically sometimes. Okay, when you are creating application, so
Yeah.
just I have shown you what is been created. Regarding yesterday, someone was asking, yesterday class was still 740 only. I think due to some technical issue, it did not get recorded after 740. That had not only happened with your PEGA batch, it has happened with all other trainings that are parallelly happening here online mode. So that's an issue from GoToMeeting only. But today I have repeated anyhow. In the initial few minutes of this video, you can find it. Okay. Attribute meaning that variable. You will come to know slowly. Slowly you'll get to know all these things. Okay. So within a day, you cannot completely understand, fully understand some of the things. but you'll come to know slowly.
So what
Why
is
the
the
siblings when they can share with each other application classes? See, it's a system design. That system is designed in such a way that siblings cannot share. That's how system is designed. Okay, we need to follow that.
yeah, Harsha, what is the @ base class? I don't actually difference between
It is very
@
simple.
class.
It's a class provided by PEGA PRPC. When you purchase PEGA PRPC, install it, that class will come. So many functional features will come in that class. Understand?
Sir, one more doubt, sir.
Go ahead.
Sir, when we created the organizer class, it was an abstract class, right? So how does the PEGA system knows that it is an abstract or concrete? Why it is created as an abstract instead of a concrete class?
See, why it has created as abstract instead of concrete? Answer is very simple. Top level classes, organization. Are you going to make any transactions in organization? I told that's what you want to understand something. You always compare with real world. Take an example, car manufacturing company organization that you are creating as a class, suppose. Okay, manufacturer class. Okay, manufacturer is going to sell you. He will not sell you. Then manufacturer, if you are creating as a class, organization class, then is it abstract or concrete? Abstract. That's what PEGA has done. Under that, there will be distributors. Distributors, are they going to make the sales transactions with individuals? No. So then distributors are going to be abstract. So you create class distribution, then it is going to be abstract. Under that, you create sales outlet. Okay, in your city, the outlet is going to make the sales transactions, yes or no? Yes, obviously they do it. That you are going to create as a concrete class. You can never learn a technology without correlating in real life. You correlate in real life, technology is just like that. Okay, always when you get a doubt, where can I see this in the real? That's how you need to learn. Okay, you should never by heart. Work class is a concrete class, organization, division or abstract. Should never like this. Why? Go to real world, come up with one setup of, look at the real business structure, how they are being set up, abstract, concrete, like that. Understand? Okay, it's already 8 o'clock, 5 minutes. I'm going to close the meeting. If you have any doubt, any questions,
I have
I
one
am
more.
opening. Hold on. Yes, please.
In one application, we will use your two classes, and mean abstract class and concrete class.
So many different types. In single application only we have all this, right? In same application we have abstract, concrete. No, in one application, one business only, you'll have so many different departments who are abstract and concrete. No, same thing.
Yeah, thank you.
So always take one business, anything, car manufacturing, cinema production, movie production, whatever it is. Take one business, write down the organization structure, write down these classes, where the business will happen. Then you'll come to know what type of classes are these. Okay, everyone clear? Okay, then only you can learn. Okay, we'll meet on Monday. Today is Friday in India for the students from USA. I'm saying this. Tomorrow is Saturday, day after tomorrow Sunday, right? So tomorrow, day after tomorrow, no class. Monday means your Sunday night you will have class. Okay, online students who are from USA and other countries accordingly. India means Monday morning. Okay, so we'll wind up for today. We'll continue on Monday. Just revise all this. This may be sounding so easy. When you are applying, you will get confused, but that confusion also will be sorted out slowly as you repeatedly practice. Practice. Okay, fine, you can wind up. Thank you. Saturday there is no class. Okay, sometimes I'll conduct, there is a different session on Saturday. That will be conducted in Telugu language only. If you want to register, you can register. Okay, thank you.